Hello and welcome
Hey.
back.
Welcome back.
Hey. My name is Gracia.
Hey guys, I'm Cindy.
And we are Scrap and Chat. In today's episode, we are talking about taking an adventure. So let's go ahead and have an adventure with us.
Yes, come along. Scrapbooking and talking about travel and places we've been.
Yes.
And yeah, it's going to be a fun
little topic.
Yes, fun conversation because we love traveling. Who doesn't love traveling?
Some people.
I guess. Now that you say that,
Some people are like, my house, and that's it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for lots of reasons. Maybe they've had a bad experience and they're like, never again.
Mm-hmm.
Or, maybe they deal with a lot of anxiety and they just can't get out of the house. So
Yep.
There could be lots of things.
You never know.
But yes, and we're going to try to keep the scrapbooking with traveling things. We were actually I was, questioning. I'm like, well, there's Mother's Day and there's Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Drinko.
Yeah. Cinco de Mayo, and then also I think it's Memorial Day, right?
Mm-hmm. At the end of the day,
yeah. But we came up, or we had the topic of traveling, and so we're just gonna stick to that and see how it comes out. And like last time, we'll try to show how things are going, and hope you join and subscribe and just take the ride with us.
Yeah, I'm so excited about.
I know. But yeah, I mean traveling. I mean, obviously you need money. That's the most important thing.
Well, yes and no.
Yes, you do. Absolutely. You can't travel without money.
Yes and no. You can travel on a budget. Yes, it's more exciting to obviously travel when you have money or whatever. Mm-hmm. But I
guess, people do backpacking all the time.
Not even like, okay, for example, when I traveled a lot in my early 20s. Mm-hmm. That's when you're like the fucking brokest. I mean, there's college, you're barely starting to work, so you don't really have all of those like funds and savings. So you just have to be like smart about planning everything. Mm-hmm. Like for me, I was very fortunate and very, very lucky to be able to go to so many places. And it's because we paid everything little by little.
Okay.
And then we booked everything like a year prior, mm-hmm. or we booked everything a year prior. And so we gave ourselves a full year mm-hmm. to like save money.
Oh, okay.
So you don't, I mean, obviously it's luxurious if you want to be like, hey, next month I'm going to go to XYZ. Mm-hmm. Obviously that's always nice.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
But you don't have to be like super duper rich to go and enjoy a vacation.
Exactly. Yes, you don't have to be, I mean, it just depends where you want to go. You can do it extravagant and you're going to be, saving up or whatever, but then, you can go somewhere where it's not going to be like that much. Yeah. So, I guess that makes sense. True.
And like, we were pretty average travelers. It wasn't like super extravagant, mm-hmm. but it was also not like you stayed in like the runt of every we weren't surviving. Like it was just a nice Airbnb or just a normal cost like hotel, mm-hmm. but we just paid for it like ahead of time.
Yeah.
And then we used the year to like save up or
that's cool.
Put it on a credit card, mm-hmm. and then slowly pay it off later, what have you.
How young were you when you first like traveled out of the country, like by yourself?
It was like by myself, but not on my own.
Yeah, like with your group of friends or something.
No,
like that,
so what I'm trying to get at is I was away from I didn't travel with my parents, but I did travel with my school.
Oh, okay, I see.
So it was chaperoned, supervised, but I was on my own in that sense. Mm-hmm. I was 15, and I went to Paris. I went to Europe for the first time with my school because I was taking like French class or whatever, mm-hmm. and it was a really fun, exciting trip.
I bet.
It was like 2 weeks or something like that.
Oh my gosh! Whoa, yeah, that's a long time. They had plans of like where you guys were gonna go, and they had everything planned. You guys couldn't just go around and stuff.
Kind of. So the way that it worked out, because we did go with like a high school setup, it's called the student exchange program. So
okay.
So we were there for 2 weeks. The school systems are like opposite. So when we're on vacation, they're in school, or when they're in vacation, we're in school kind of thing.
I see. Okay.
And so they went on vacation first. Their holiday was like October or something like that. And so they came to us first.
Oh, okay.
And
oh, wow, that's awesome.
yeah, and so my family hosted a girl.
Oh, that's so crazy.
And so
was that awkward?
No, I don't think it was awkward.
Okay.
It was pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Have her there. Her name was Manon.
Okay.
I actually still follow her on.
What up, Manon?
I actually still follow her.
That's awesome.
On Instagram and stuff like that. So that was pretty cool to like know that we're still.
Yeah, attention. Yeah.
And then so she stayed with my family for 2 weeks. And so the way that it works is during the school week, the school takes them on like field trips. And then on the weekends, it's the family's job to like take them and explore.
Oh, that's cool.
And then, so that was like the first time we ever experienced anything like that.
That's so crazy.
And then, we went in June.
Oh, okay.
And so the way that it works is the girl that you, or the student that you host, you stay with that family.
That's cool because like you kind of already met them. So you're like, hey,
But the thing that sucked was my mom. She's like, no, you should go and have new experiences, meet new people. And I was so fucking pissed because she told the school not to place me with the same person.
No.
And so even the teacher was just like, but she wants to. And my mom, and they have to follow whatever my mom wants because I'm a minor.
You're underage, yeah.
And so.
Oh no, that's horrible.
And so I ended up staying with 2 different people. Everybody else got to stay with like their original person. And I was so mad, but it is what it is. And then I found out later that the Manon's family took another student to Disneyland, and that was supposed to be my trip. I was like, so pissed.
Oh my god, I would have been.
I know.
Nope, not forgiven. Never.
I know, but it's fine. It's whatever. I see the intention of my mom's.
No, I get it. Process, yeah, of course.
But I was still so like fucking bummed.
Oh my god, can you imagine finding out later that they went to Disneyland in Paris?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. And so
goodness.
It is what it is at this point.
Yes,
but,
of course.
That's usually how it goes. So they host you and stuff like that. The families that hosted me, they were lovely. They were beautiful and they were so welcoming. And oh my god, I was like this 15-year-old kid at the time. And the second day or the third day, I can't remember. So the way that it's set up, it's the same thing when you go over there. Like during the week, the school takes you and takes the trip, and then on the weekends, like the family takes you. So exactly the same thing over there. But the first couple days, we're trying to like figure out buddy systems and stuff like that. And then I had a buddy. I don't remember her name. She's from my school. I still don't remember her name. Anyways, they take us to one spot and I get lost. Me and her get lost. And
that's terrifying.
It was terrifying, but we got to see Paris on our own just to like experience it without being chaperoned. It was, but we were also trying to get back to the school.
Of course.
And so when we get back to the school, the teachers were fuming, but they were also more scared because they don't know where
of course.
Anyway, so we ended up finding them. It was fine. And then the kid that I was staying with, his name is Loic.
Loic?
Yeah, I forgot his last name. But anyway, so Loic was at the school because his parents were also working. So he was waiting with the teachers for me and my buddy. And he was responsible of taking me home because they don't drive a lot over there. They rely either on bus or like the subway or something.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And his house was like just a couple of bus stops away. So I was going to ride home with him. Anyway, so me and him, like we're walking to the bus stop and we're just waiting for the bus. And all of a sudden I see like a group of people like walking towards us. And it was like the most typical, like, hot, like, French guy that you could ever think was coming towards us. And I was just, my jaw was on the floor. Like, I threw a bucket over here. And all of a sudden, he starts talking to Loic. And I was just like, no fucking way. And, I mean, the guy didn't know any English. I didn't know any French. But, oh, my God, he was...
You're all wee.
Oh my God. Dude. And then, so they're like, we're all walking from the bus stop area to like where you catch the bus. Mm-hmm. And the group leaves me and the guy.
Mm-hmm. By yourself.
Yeah. Oh and my he's like trying to talk to me. I was just like, I don't know. Like,
sorry.
I don't know. And then the whole time I was just like, Loic.
Help.
Yeah.
Like Sid from my stage.
Yeah. Anyways, so we finally get on the bus and we go home and guess what? It's his fucking neighbor.
It is not.
I swear to God. But like, oh my God, wait, hang on. I'm remembering this better now. Hang on. No. So the guy and the group of friends were at the bus station. Mm-hmm. There we go. And then he was like, leather jacket and he had like a cigarette.
Oh my goodness.
And we were the ones walking to them. There we go.
Oh, I see.
We were the ones walking to them. Oh my God. Everything else is so correct. But holy shit. That's like, so funny. The first interaction I ever had with like a French guy.
Yeah.
Oh my God. He was yummy. He looked like he was already like 20. Like,
oh, okay.
He was older.
Got it.
Yeah.
Damn it. Just kidding.
No, I'm cool. But that was like my first interaction with.
That's so funny.
Any guy like that.
Oh my gosh. So after that, where else did you go? You were like, I'm doing this forever. I'm just traveling.
Pretty much. I think that's what kind of like started like the travel bug.
Yeah.
And then
once you start,
I know, good luck stopping. Mm-hmm. So that was like the first time I ever traveled overseas. Mm-hmm. What about you?
So right out of high school, I really wanted to go to Mexico, and from like where my parents are from. And I was not that good in school, so I didn't unfortunately graduate. Mm-hmm. I didn't cross the stage, but my mom's like, well, if you don't get your diploma, then you're not going anywhere. So I was like, damn it. So, I got on it basically.
Yeah.
I think it was 2008 when I went to Mexico, and I just got a one-way ticket.
Oh, damn.
Exactly. And I stayed over there for 6 months. Like, I was in love with being over there. I mean, here I am. I think I was 18. Mm-hmm. And, like we've mentioned before in the previous podcast, we grew up, I mean, our childhood was amazing, but we did grow up very, like, sheltered and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't think they meant to have it be like that, but it's just how it happened.
Yeah.
And so when I went to Mexico, I mean, the life over there is so different. I mean, the kids just do whatever the hell they want. Over there, you can do whatever. Like, nobody's going to tell you, oh, don't go into that mountain. It's off limits or something, And so my cousin at the time, they were in high school, senior year. And so they had all of these friends, and, we would just go everywhere. And they had quads. So we would go up in the mountains, and oh my gosh, so many stories. And then also, I had never really drank before. And so I was like, cousin, I want to get drunk. And she's like, okay. And so, we went out to a bar, but it was so crazy because over there, like, the men are going to hit on you. Like, they don't care. So we're over here. Yeah. We're over here in the bar. And then all of a sudden I get a drink, and I'm like, did you get me this drink? She's like, no. She's like, guys just get you drinks here. She's like, but you need to drink it. I was like, well, what if I don't want it? She's like, that's rude. I was like, okay. And then here comes another drink. And literally I had like 3-4 drinks in front of me of just random dudes in the bar, And so, Yeah, that night was pretty fun. I don't really remember it.
It should be.
Yeah, and then also over there they do something called fiestas. So every little town they start, I think, like Christmas time or something, and then that town will have a fair and just like live music and tamborazos and everything. And so the toros, which is like rodeo, bull riding and stuff like that. And it's just so crazy. It's so different. There's so many people. There's so many things going on. But it's also very dangerous because nobody wears seatbelts over there and everybody drives drunk. You know, so I saw a first like car accident and like dead bodies and stuff like that.
Damn.
Yeah, so that was like insane. I had never seen that before. And then I had my first boyfriend over there. I was with him for like 3-ish months. That was also an adventure. And so it was awesome. I think that's where I fell in love. I was already looking for a job.
Stop.
Yeah. I was, Mom, I am not coming back. And then she stopped sending money. And she's like, your plane ticket is this day. And so, but maybe, you know, some of you are like, well, you're 18. Oh, that's not how it works in a Mexican household. Okay. That is not how it works. As long as you're living under their roof, it's their rules. So, yeah, so I had to go back home, but I had such a blast over there. And, right after that, one of my aunts, she invited me to Puerto Vallarta. And so that was, oh my God, that was so much fun. I'm
surprised you never went to Puerto Vallarta or any of those places while you were living over there.
In Mexico? Yeah, we were little though. I don't know. I don't, my mom, she's never been either. She's never been to Puerto Vallarta.
Go while you're home.
Exactly. We've already said that. We're like, one day I'll fly there and you guys can drive there. You know, I think it's like 4 hours away from the town we were from. I think so.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's not that bad. And so, maybe 6 hours. I have to look. It's like if we're driving to LA, which is still not bad.
No.
But yeah, I went to Puerto Vallarta and then we went snorkeling. And then when we went snorkeling, there was this guy there. He was one of the crew members or whatever. He was so hot. Oh my God. He was so hot. He had green eyes, muscle, you know, a little tank top and obviously all wet because he's getting into the ocean and stuff. But he was so sweet. You know, I was like eyeing him and stuff.
Of course.
He goes into the ocean.
Oh gosh.
Dives all the way down. And then he brings me up the starfish.
Stop.
Swear. I was like, I was so in love, just like that. And so it was really funny because my aunt, she had like a timeshare thing. So they kind of book things for you.
Oh, okay.
And one of the last things, they were going to take a whole group of people to like a hacienda.
Ooh.
And oh my God, girl, it was so beautiful. I was like, Tia, please, can I bring him? And she let me. And so, yeah, she did. And so he tagged along and we had so much fun. The music there was amazing. They actually picked me. They did like shows and stuff like that.
Oh my God.
And they picked me out of the crowd and they put me up on stage and some guy was like doing, you know, the soga, the rope where they, you know, whatever. And they were doing that and it was so much fun. And in the end, this is like a Disney princess situation. So the hacienda was out in like the mountains and stuff and they had everybody go out to like this huge balcony.
Okay.
And then firecrackers started everywhere and he grabs me and we just started like making out and I was like, oh my God. It was amazing. It was amazing. Okay.
That's awesome for you.
It was like, you know, it felt like a fairy tale. I know it's not. And then in that moment, that's what you feel like, you know, but it was so awesome. I have nothing but good memories going to Mexico.
Good.
Yeah. So I did that. And then that was 2009. Oh, I went to Hawaii in 2009 also.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. That wasn't,
oh, that's great. Not all that great.
I mean, there were moments where I had fun. Like, I unfortunately went with my ex. So it wasn't the best, but there were moments where like we rented a Mustang. It was a convertible. So being in Lahaina, we went to Maui, and driving around, the weather's gorgeous.
Yeah.
If you haven't been, you have to go. But yeah, we rented the Mustang, and so that was really fun, like driving around, wind in your hair. And then it was for 4th of July, so they rented they booked a mini cruise kind of thing, like they're called booze cruises kind of thing.
Oh, yeah,
like that.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, you go on and they serve you food and drinks, and they took us out into the ocean and in front of one of the islands, and then at night they did the fireworks and stuff. It was really fun. So that, yeah, there was like little moments and things like that, but yeah, definitely want to go back to Hawaii, and we always say that we want to do a girls trip to Hawaii, so that would be amazing.
It would be amazing.
Right now that I said boats, would you ever do like cruises?
Yes. So there is actually so I'm really big into like raving and stuff like that. And so I wouldn't just do like a regular cruise. There's a couple of like cruises that have like a rave scene. And so there's
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so there's a festival. It's called EDC. It's in Las Vegas. But now they have a cruise line. So it's called EDC, SEA.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. I would want to do something like that. There's also another cruise like called Groove Cruise.
Groove Cruise.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So I would check out those two cruises. I don't know if I would do like just like a regular.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't know. It just doesn't really catch my attention. Yeah.
I always heard that there's so many things to do, and they have like live shows, and
I heard that too.
You know?
And then I don't know. I think I want to experience the rave ones.
Yeah, exactly. Of course.
Before I go into like regular ones. But yeah, we'll see. Maybe one day.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I've heard everybody that I've talked to that has been on a cruise. Oh my God. They swear by it. They're like, it is the best thing that I've ever done. It is so much fun. Like it's sometimes they have like unlimited drinks there.
I know, right?
And so I think I would try. I've always been very curious, but it makes me nervous because you're in the middle of nowhere.
I know.
And I'm like, Titanic. Where's the iceberg? We're in the Bahamas. But I don't know, like that freaks me out, that you're just in the middle of nowhere. Like, I'm sure they have, obviously Wi-Fi and things like that in case of an emergency.
You have to pay extra for that shit.
I will. I'm not going on a boat without Wi-Fi in case there's an emergency or something.
See, that's my total opposite. It's just like, if I can have places where zero service, I will take that option. And I will put my phone away and just call it a day.
But the thing is, like, when I do things like that, I'm not, like, on my phone. I think it's just knowing that it's there if I need it.
Then in my head, it's just like, if it's really a true emergency, like for example, if I'm going to go on a cruise, I tell my parent or my dad, like, this is a phone number you call if there's an emergency, and they'll get a hold of me.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, I'm not a type of person, like, when I go to Mexico, like, I'm never on my phone.
Because you have your parents there.
Yeah, but even when I've been to other places, like, I think it's done when people travel and then they're just on their phone. Like, I might take it out to take pictures.
No, of course.
But besides that, like, yeah, but no, I get it. That's the only thing. It makes me nervous, like, knowing that I'm out there. And then there's some cruises that are like, even just 3 days, I'm like, oh my God, there's nothing around, just the ocean.
Yeah.
I think it would be beautiful. I'm sure it's amazing. And then I've always wanted to do, Jack, I'm flying. Jack. I always wanted to be in the front of the boat and, recreate that.
Oh my God. Imagine, like, how many people were lined up to do something like that?
Yes.
After the movie came out.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. But I don't know. I think it'd be so much fun. There's some that look like amazing where there's bars, there's clubs, you know, they have theater shows.
Yeah.
I've seen one where they have like the slides up on the top. I don't know. I would like to experience it at least one time.
I've experienced it once, but it's not like my
Mm-hmm.
go-to first option, is what I'm getting at.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. My friends and I, we have talked about going on a cruise, and hopefully it happens. I think one of my friends was saying that it's like a 2 or 3 day. So, but you have to go out of
Miami or something like that.
LA.
Oh.
Yeah. And I'm like, okay, well we can drive there or fly there or something. It's like an hour.
Yeah.
So, and then from there just, you know, do the cruise. But I would give it a go, people. I would give it a go.
Give it a gander.
And you guys can put comments like, you know, if you've ever been on a cruise and you suggest one.
Oh yeah.
You know, we can look at that and you know, oh, I'm having deja vu. Big time. Oh my goodness. That's crazy. But anyways.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah. So do you have a bucket list of like places that you want to go?
Oh my gosh. I should have written these down. I do.
I do.
Anywhere in the world.
Good list.
No, I don't know why, but Budapest called my attention.
Ooh.
Anywhere. So the places that I've been is London, Amsterdam, Paris. And then I've been to Ibiza, Barcelona, and Mallorca.
Oh my goodness.
I would like to do Mallorca again. Just because my experience with it for the first time, I truly didn't fully enjoy it.
What happened?
Because I don't know if it was something that I ate or if it was I don't know, but it was the first time I've ever experienced that in my life, that my whole body broke out in hives.
Oh shit.
And so because I had never experienced anything like that, I didn't come prepared with like a Benadryl or anything like that. And you don't know what the fuck to get when you're overseas.
Yeah.
And it was only like a 2-day thing. So it was like the next day, like the third day, it was 2 full days, and that like the last third day we were going to leave. So on the third day, I was still some hives, but not a lot. And then we were just going to go home. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's horrible.
Yeah.
Though.
And so I would like to re-experience Mallorca one more time, just for that reason alone.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So those are the places you've gone to. Got it.
I can go back to Paris any day. You name it, I will go. That my heart is the happiest.
Yeah.
In Paris. I think I would like to experience Italy.
Italy, yeah, that's a place. Well, we're gonna go to Scotland.
I know, yeah. So we're gonna do Scotland next year.
Yes.
For her birthday thing.
Yeah, I've always wanted to go. It looks so magical and all. The movies and pictures and I hate the cold, you guys. Like I hate it, but I want to go and there's like a lot of Harry Potter stuff there too. So that's
She's
one
a Harry Potter freak.
There's a lot of like little places there that have Harry Potter stuff, but I just like that cold, chilly, like gloomy October feel. Like I would love for us to get like an Airbnb where it has like a fireplace, or find a cute little pub where the fireplace is going. I don't know. I would love to experience that. The landscape just looks incredible over there. Just, I don't know. So I was like, hey, let's go to, it was really funny because I was like, dude, like I really want to go to Scotland one day, this and that and blah, blah, blah. And she's like, let's go. I was like, really? She's like, yeah, why not? And so the next freaking day, she's like, hey, I just sent you an email. I was like, okay. And I go and look, she has a whole itinerary already. She's like, this is how much the flights are. This is where we're going to depart. This is what we're going to do on this. I was like, holy shit, that's how I like it, girl. You just plan everything. So I'm really excited. Really, really excited. We keep talking about it and we're like,
it's going to happen.
Oh,
we just need next year to come.
Yeah. Well, not too fast, but I'm really excited for it. So that's one of the places that I've always wanted to visit. And we did say that we want to go to France. I've never been and I would love to go. Oh my God, are you kidding me? But also Italy, I was like, we should go to Italy. And so I think every year we're going to try to
for
go somewhere.
Scotland. And then I've always wanted to go to Greece.
Oh yeah.
Grecia.
Is that why your mom named you that?
That's a very good question.
Oh.
But I mean, Elba is like the island of Elba.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah, that one I did know. But
Elba's under our grandmother as well. So.
Oh yeah, that too. That was her grandma's name, Elba. Elba. Yeah. Would you ever live out of the United States? That was quick.
My dream growing up was I want to live somewhere new every year.
What? That is so much moving. That's exhausting. I'm already tired.
That's my dream.
Yeah. Well, I know, but
I don't mind
so
that.
crazy.
For me, living such a minimalistic life, I would love that.
Yeah. I've actually thought of that too.
But then, I met Michael. And then and then
life changes.
Yeah. But if Michael was gung ho about traveling, why the fuck not?
Well, I'm gonna get one of those RV things. Mm-hmm. You should get one too. Mm-hmm. And then
no, I don't want to do RV.
Why? No. You can travel like that, and you would literally live in a new place.
I would. If I travel somewhere new, it's I rent a home or something for the year. I live
you do a 1-year contract.
Yeah, and then live somewhere else.
Dang,
I can't live out of a car. Sorry.
Really?
No. I barely even like camping. Me and the outdoors, we don't look eye to eye. It's not my.
It's not your thing.
Not my forte.
Yeah. No, I love it. I love it. So you just would just pick a new place every single year?
Why not?
Well, yeah, but where would you start?
Anywhere in Europe.
Anywhere in Europe.
Well, I don't know. I'm torn. I would either do anywhere in Europe or kind of go to Mexico and start there and see my culture.
Yeah. Okay.
So I do either of those.
Mm-hmm. That's cool. I definitely want to move to Mexico eventually. I'm hoping 10 years and I could go that way.
I'm so down. Let's live in a house.
Down. I don't know. I just don't feel like living in the United States forever. For now, it's fine, obviously. But yeah, I definitely want to move to Mexico and live beach area. But also if I live in the town where my parents are from, the beach is only 2 hours away. It's not bad. It's not a bad drive. So, but yeah, I definitely would live somewhere else. I don't know if I would, I've seen on Instagram stuff where people just completely pack their stuff and they move to Italy or something.
I wouldn't mind doing that.
Just drop everything and they go. I don't know if I could do that. I would be so anxious.
I would be able to do that in a heartbeat. Mm-hmm. I just need to know that I'll be able to
see everybody that you your family or whatever.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's kind of hard too. Sometimes where it's oh well, if I do this, I'm not going to be able to see this person. You know what I mean? So definitely got to get those checked off first, and then you'll be able to do that.
Yes.
But that's. Yeah, I don't know if I could do it. I honestly don't think that I could just randomly live somewhere. I have a lot of when I moved to Sacramento, because my aunt was there and my cousin. Because I knew that somebody was close.
Got it.
That I knew, and sometimes I feel alone. I'm all alone.
Again.
I'm all alone. Yeah, so I have to like hit up that person, be like, hey, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You know, can I come over or whatever?
You need to have familiarity.
Yeah, exactly. So if I was just somewhere random, it's like, what do I do? Who do I call? You know?
See, and that to me doesn't scare me.
Uh-huh.
I'm just like, that's fine.
Yeah.
I'll be okay.
You're like, whatever.
It'll turn out okay.
Yeah, but I think you've always been more like
That mentality.
Yeah, well, I'm independent too, but I don't know how to describe it. Do not know how to describe.
I think I'm just less anxious than you.
Possibly.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah, and then also like I have anxiety of flying. And a lot of these places, like when we go to Scotland, I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do. It's like a 14-hour flight. So I'm gonna have to get some heavy drugs over here. Like, no joke. For Mexico, I take a sleeping pill. So we always do like a red eye. So we leave 1 a.m. and then I think it's like 3 hours, 45, 50 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So we always get there 5 a.m, 6 a.m, whatever. Sleeping pill works. Great. Fine. Right.
Yeah.
But for this one, I don't know what I'm going to do. Take a sleeping pill, take an anxiety pill, and then go back to sleep.
Both
at the same time. I'm like, I don't want to be awake at all.
Yeah.
Like, at all. So, I don't know. We're going to see. I think my fear is just having a panic attack in the air.
Yeah.
You know, and then.
The good thing is, like, all those flight attendants, they're, like, trained to handle panic attacks and shit like that.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
I never thought of that, actually.
Yeah, they're trained. I think they're trained as much as an EMT.
Can you pass me?
No. No. Which one?
That one.
This one?
Mm-hmm. I never thought of that they're actually trained like EMTs.
Something like that. Somewhere up
I'm gonna have to ask mi tío. We have an uncle that
Oh, that's right.
that flies commercial planes in Mexico.
Maybe it's different in Mexico.
Maybe, I don't know.
I don't know.
But I definitely.
Maybe I'm just telling you bullshit.
Just to make me feel better.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah,
Sure.
they're definitely trained.
Totally. Why not?
Yeah. So that's the only thing I'm a little also like concerned that it's like, oh, you know, I'm gonna be in this airplane, and then like I've always wanted to go to Egypt. That is like, I want to ride a damn camel, and I love hieroglyphs and all the Egyptian things. Like when I was in school, I knew how to read hieroglyphs.
Stop, really?
Swear. I think it's so fascinating, and just that whole thing, and I used to want to be an archaeologist and go.
It's sad to me that you didn't follow any of those dreams.
I know. I don't know. Well, it's never too late. I can still do it,
Yeah.
but they don't get paid that much unless they make a huge discovery. But anyway, so I've always wanted to go to Egypt, and I've always wanted to go to the pyramids and just see all of that. Oh my God, I think it'd be so amazing. But the flight is just so, it's like 20 hours or something. I'm like, what am I going to do? I know that those planes, like they have TVs and you can watch.
She's like, I ain't trying to watch TV. I'm trying to follow.
I know, I'm trying to, there's only so much you can sleep.
To remember this flight.
Yeah. And, going to Mexico, the turbulence at some points, because it's so hot over there, it's really bad. And I don't even want to think of like having turbulence over 20 hours for certain moments, or, just like, oh God, I don't know.
Just don't be scared, Cindy.
Yeah, just take really, really crazy anxiety medicine.
You'll be fine.
Yeah. So for me, I want to go to Egypt. Like I said, I want to go to Scotland, which we're gonna do next year. And then I've always wanted to go to Italy, and I'm really into like history, World War II things.
She's a freak for that. I'm just kidding.
And so I've always wanted to go to. I've always wanted to go to Germany.
Yeah.
To go to the Anne Frank.
The Anne Frank's house
is in Amsterdam.
It's in Amsterdam.
Yeah. So I've always wanted to go there, to go to the house where the annex where they were hidden for 2 years. And I've always wanted to go to Auschwitz, the concentration camp.
I want to experience that
Birkenau, and it's obviously very sad.
But it is a part of history, and it's something that really truly happened. And
yeah, and I'm sure, there's so many emotions, and I'm sure there's a lot of crying and all of that. But, you mentally prepare yourself for it as much as you can. You know that you're going to be, going through these feelings and stuff like that. But I do feel like it's something very important that can't be forgotten. And I've always wanted to just experience being there, just what the people went through, and I've seen so many documentaries and movies, and just to be there and actually see
firsthand
the place, and the gas chambers. They're not there anymore, but actually there is one standing.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. And you can see like the scratches on the walls. And,
wow.
Yeah, it's so crazy. But that's definitely regarding to like history that I want to go to those places. So yeah, for that I can think of, those are the ones like that my top.
Yeah.
And then I went to Cabo with my friends.
Oh, that's right. That was recent.
2 years ago already.
2-ish, yeah.
That was awesome. That was so much fun. That was one of my bucket list places, that and Cancun. And so my friend on a Monday, she's like, hey, you want to go to Cabo this weekend? I'm like, this weekend? Like this Friday? Like in 3 days, 4 days? She's like, yeah, why not? I was like, okay, sure. Are you sure? I was like, don't tell me, don't mess with me, because I will go. She's like, yeah, let's book the ticket right now. And yes, we did. Like,
amazing.
I know, it was great. And so we booked it, and we left Friday night. No, we left really early Saturday morning, and we got there. And then it's so crazy because as soon as you get there at the airport and you go out, there's bars.
Stop.
Swear.
Oh, wow.
There's bars right outside when you go out of the airport.
Oh, cool.
Just ready for you. So we had some drinks and
get the party started.
Yes. And so we had like a shuttle. Nicest hotel I have been in my life. Like, they booked the fanciest. I mean, it was incredible. The water, I can't even describe it. If you guys have been to Cabo, you know what I'm talking about. But it's like this. It's like this color. Like,
oh wow.
It's incredible. And we just, party, pool, beach. At one point they rented a boat, and it was so much fun. It was like the wildest 2 days of my life.
Damn.
Yes. And so that was super fun. So the next place that I want to go to is Cancun.
Got it. I'll go with you. I've never been to any of those places.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Dang. Yeah. Let's go to Cancun.
I don't know what it is, but my like dreams my vacation like go-tos are usually in Europe.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. Or since Michael's from Hawaii, we go to Hawaii.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I definitely want to go back to Hawaii.
It's been a minute since I went back to Hawaii. But
when was the last time you went?
It was
that long?
No, hang on. So we went in 2020. It was like right before COVID was even a thing. So we went like the very first time I went to Hawaii, I think it was when like Kobe Bryant passed away.
Oh.
Yeah. And then we went, my second time I went, it was in 2021. So just like towards the end of, and then Michael went again after that. But when he went back, his family invited me, but their time of like going was like maybe a week or two after we returned to work from COVID. So I was like,
so you're like, I can't go.
I can't go. I'm just coming back to work. Like,
yeah.
So.
Oh, that sucks.
It's fine. There's more times.
Yeah, of course. And sometimes it's just not meant to be.
Exactly.
To not go.
Yeah. But that was like my Hawaii times.
That's crazy. And then you and I did go to Mexico together.
That's right.
Right before COVID too. Actually, COVID was already happening.
But we didn't know.
We didn't know. Like we just went, and we went in August of 2019. And then it was so much fun, Guadalajara. And she hadn't gone in
since I was a kid.
Yeah, since she was a little kid. And so we went around. It was really fun. And then we got back, and that December is when everything it's a pandemic.
Yeah.
Just when everything went haywire. So.
You heard it in December?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Well, we started hearing it sooner and sooner and sooner, but in December is when they said it's a pandemic.
I thought it was March. March of 2020 is when it was shut down.
Was it?
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. What is a place that you would never, ever go to? Like for me, possibly Colima.
What's that?
Mexico. I have family in Colima. I went to Colima a long time ago. Mm-hmm. But now I don't think I would go because I've heard it's so bad with like narcos and things like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And so my aunt, the last time I saw her, she's from there. And she was like, yeah, she's like, we were just at a restaurant, like me and this other person or whatever, minding our own business. And then all of a sudden this dude just goes in like normal, and he starts shooting up like a couple people. Yeah. And they had to like get under the table and everything. I'm like, oh my God, that is so freaking scary. Like, hell no. And so she says that like you can't even like go out to the store and things like that. I'm like, oh my God, man. I would leave. And that's why she's living in the town right now that my family's from. She has a house there, and so she moved over there because it's just like getting so bad. So
damn. As
of now, probably there. Maybe I would never go to Antarctica. I'd probably die because it's so damn cold.
I would like to experience Alaska once in my life.
Alaska?
Yeah.
I couldn't. I would love to, but I just feel like I wouldn't enjoy it at all because it's so cold.
I know.
Like I follow this girl. I think her name's Chachi.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and she follow her?
Yes, because she does dance.
Yeah.
And so I've been following her forever. And then she married this guy from
Yugoslavia.
Yeah, no, something like that. No,
Iceland.
There you go. And so she's over there now. And then when she goes outside, she has to put
a lot of layers.
Like lots.
But the cool thing about that place, it's like you can see. I think it's that place I'm thinking about, the Northern Lights.
Yeah.
So I would like to experience
I think I have a cousin, his name's Richard. I think he went to Iceland with his girlfriend.
Oh, nice.
And I think that's where he went. And he said it was the most beautiful thing. Mm-hmm. And he went to this, like, I think there's a famous, I don't know if it's hot springs there, but like the water's white. Mm-hmm. Have you ever seen those pictures? Yeah. I think that's where he went, but yeah, he travels a lot too. He travels all over the place. Yeah, so I think that's like the only place that I'd be like, no, like I wouldn't want to waste my money on it. You know what I mean?
But okay, playing devil's advocate here. What if you end up loving it and everything that you're thinking now?
Well, yeah, and that's the thing. I'm sure I would love it because I'm sure it's amazing, and just how they live over there and experiences and all of that. But how horrible would it be to be in the cold 24/7?
But you're only there for a few days, not.
Well, yeah, that's true. I'm talking for some reason I was saying like if you live there, but no, we're talking about visiting. Yeah, I get
it. And like you're not going to be able to withstand the cold, so why are you going to torture yourself for like 3-4 days? Just go for 2 days, see whatever you want to see, and then just leave.
Yeah. But so far I have this.
That's cute. I'm going to show mine in a minute.
Yeah, so I made a little plane, and then since it's Mother's Day next weekend, I put Mom on there, and then I have a couple postage thingies, and yeah. Oh, and they have food down here. Like when you go different places, you try new food. I think that's what I love about going to new places, just trying the food.
Like, and it's so funny to me because I feel like you are such a picky eater.
I'm not.
That's what I feel.
Yeah. The only thing I don't like is tomatoes. Like, I just don't want tomatoes anywhere near my food, and I'll be fine. But, like, I mean, like going to France, like what type of food wouldn't I like? Okay, I would not eat escargot. I'm sorry. Have you tried escargot?
No.
Would you do it?
No.
I tried crickets before.
Yeah.
Oh, you were there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were there. I tried, let me see, what else did I try? That was at another. I tried crickets, and then they're like, I mean, sardines they're called, what are they called?
I don't know, you tell me.
The little fish. They're kind of like sardines, but they basically like deep fry them, and then they toss them in like a tajin situation here. What? And, they were delicious. But yeah, anyways, yeah, so like, I'm not a picky eater. I mean, if, I just don't like tomatoes, and that's it. I'm trying to start, eating more mushrooms. Mm-hmm. But besides that,
I won't.
You don't like mushrooms?
That's the one fruit I won't, or vegetable I don't think.
Ugh. Yeah. I don't like the smell of them. That's the only thing I don't like. But I can eat them because they really don't, I don't think they really have a taste. So, let me see yours. Oh, yours is so cute. Oh, I like that. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
I don't know what to put. I want to put something here. I cut out the tag.
Oh, yeah, that's right. The barcode?
Yeah, thank you. The barcode.
Yeah, I don't know what else to put on here. Let me see. Let me see.
A lot of the stuff that we've been using, y'all, is from Target. Mondoyamas.
Oh, the brand thingy.
If you guys are interested in getting shit like that, Mondoyama in Target.
Yeah. They have a lot of really cute things there. Mm-hmm. So traveling, okay, so obviously you've been to that's another place we went together, Universal Studios.
Yeah, we've took quite a few places together.
Yeah, right. We went for my birthday. I think
we did the VIP.
I recommend that. I had so much fun. Universal Studios VIP tour. You go to the park. So when you get there, like they give you breakfast, which was really awesome. And then you get to go to the park before it opens. So it's like completely empty. You get to walk around and stuff like that. And then you have a guide. So you have like a little group. It was like 8 people maybe in our group?
Yeah, 8 to 10.
8 to 10. Like yeah. And so they take you to the front of the line. You don't have to wait anywhere. And then we did go in backstage the little train thing. Mm-hmm. They took us where they keep all of the props for all of the movies that they've done in the past, what they're going to use in the future. And then also they took us to those recording rooms. Like if you watch Friends and you hear all those people, ha ha ha, laugh. So that's where they took us, where people sit and they're actually like recording a show or whatever. It was so cool. And then, lunchtime, there's like this VIP secret area where there's like professional chefs, and the food was absolutely delicious.
Was it a secret?
It was like this little secret door thing that we went to. And then it was like VIP. So yeah, we went there and the food was amazing. Like, it was just an overall great experience. And then after you do all of the rides, you could decide if you want to go back to them or whatever.
Yeah. That's more than one city.
Oh, yeah. I literally just dropped everything. Oh, my gosh. I'm sorry.
No.
God, how could I?
How dare you?
That's Grecia's job, not mine.
I still have yet to drop.
I know. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get them. You're gonna use it?
I'm gonna see if I can use anything. Sure. Thank
you. Yeah, so that was a great experience. Definitely recommend. But that's another dream of mine, to go to Universal Studios in Orlando, Florida.
Yes.
I mean, that place looks amazing. I would probably cry.
Probably.
Because I would take my Harry Potter cloak. with my wand. Actually, I want to buy another one, so I would buy it there. But I mean, it just looks so cool just walking through, looking at the Gringotts and the dragon and going like the Diagon Alley. Just, oh my God, it's just something that I really, really, really want to do. Disneyland also, like obviously
Disney World.
Yeah, we've been to the one in LA, but I would love to go to Disney World.
I actually want to go to all the Disneylands in the world.
Yeah, there's so many. You need like a whole week.
No. So like there's Disneyland.
Oh, I see.
LA,
Paris, Yeah, I understand.
And I actually did go to Disneyland Paris.
Yes.
When I went to Europe as an adult.
Yeah, that's awesome. Cool. That is so cool.
Traveling in your 20s, y'all, is like the best thing ever. I think everybody should travel in their 20s.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously at any stage in life, but I think that the funnest part is in your 20s when you're like figuring out life and you're traveling with your friends. And
yeah.
I think that was a really cool experience, life experience. Yeah. Just seeing the world with my friend, that was really fun.
Oh, that's so.
It feels very carefree.
Carefree, that's the word for sure. Yeah, that's how I felt like when I went to Mexico when I was 18. I was just like, this is such a different, and it kind of made me how I am today because before I was so quiet, so reserved, like. If that's how you say it, right? Reserved. Yeah. Like I just kept to myself. Like I was just, not talkative or anything like that.
Not talkative?
I'm telling you. And then when I went over there, my cousins kind of were like, loosen up. Like, I was always wearing a sweater covering up and they were like, oh,
I mean, you still do.
I do. But now, like, let's say we're going to go out to a club or something like that. Like, I'm okay to dress like how you're supposed to dress. Before I didn't do that. Before I would still cover up. And so it just changed how I was and what how I talk to people. And I was just like, yeah, screw it, So I agree that I think when you're younger, you should definitely experience that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because, like, it's fun to travel when you're older, but, you have more things that you think of, more things, I can get in trouble or this or that. When you're young, you don't really think of that kind of stuff.
I still don't.
Of course you don't. I do. I do. I'm always worried about everything.
I'll leave the worrying to you.
Okay. Yeah, so, I don't know. But... Oh, that would be fun to just go visit all the different Disneys. Mm-hmm. And they have different rides. They do different things, It's not the parks don't stay the same.
Yeah.
Oh, it's in LA like this and it's in LA like it's or Paris or whatever. Yeah. So it's cool that they change it up.
Yeah.
So that's so cool. I love it. Yeah, I was telling my friends that we should go to Universal Studios because we're wanting to do girls trip. And so, yeah, and so you can. And so we were like, okay, let's do the cruise. But two of my girlfriends, they don't have a passport.
Oh.
And so we can't do that right now. And so I was like, well, why don't we just go to Universal Studios? Like, we can drive there.
Yeah.
The park is big enough to do it in a day.
Yeah.
And then there's, at night we could just go out or whatever,
sure.
So, who knows? Maybe it will happen, but
sure will.
Yeah.
There's a will, there's a way.
How's yours coming along? You're almost done?
Sure.
What do you mean?
I'm actually really enjoying this one.
Yeah, well, because it's travel. Yup.
I'm going to go back to a topic. I was going to say it earlier, but I totally just spaced.
Blanked. Mm-hmm.
When you asked me about like boats and stuff like that.
Boats and hoes. Have you seen that movie?
No.
What? Step Brothers? Boats and hoes?
I mean, I think I've seen like bits and pieces.
Oh, okay. Oh my gosh.
I cut the back, sorry.
Okay.
When we were in where was that? In Ibiza.
Mm-hmm.
We went
No.
Yeah. I did do that actually.
That's so cool.
It was really fun. When we were in Ibiza, we went on like a party boat situation over there. And the way that it works is, and I don't know about all of them, but the one that we went on, this is how it worked. We went on a party boat that picks you up at a certain spot, and then they take you along the coast and into the ocean or whatever.
That's so cool.
And then, but the whole time there's like a DJ or there's like music and you're dancing and this and that. And then halfway through it, they like find a little stopping ground and they just like put out a slide and everybody slides into like the.
Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry. That was loud. Hold on.
Tell me how you really feel.
You did tell me about that.
And then so everybody got to like jump into like the water, and I was getting so like seasick.
Oh.
But apparently like if you jump in the water, like the seasick feeling will go away.
Oh, okay.
And it's true, it does. But I'm also like extremely like terrified of the ocean. And so I was looking at that one too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I chose this one instead.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
And so I was just like, fuck, but I feel like I'm
throw up.
Yeah. And so I was just like, you know, fuck it. I'm never going to come back to Ibiza. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then, I'll just fuck it.
Just do it.
Yeah. And so we go into I go into the fucking water, and then I was like, I'm shaking. And so I go back up to the boat and I look down and there's like a manta ray situation there.
Hell no.
And I'm glad I did it. It was a really cool experience, but never again.
Yeah. I know. I'm terrified of the ocean, but like the times I've gone to places where there's a beach, like I went to Hawaii and then we went on the jet skis.
I've always wanted to do those.
What is it called? Jet skis? Not the jets. Yeah, jet skis. The, like, la moto, right?
Yeah.
I did that, and then when we went to Puerto Vallarta, I did the snorkeling. That was terrifying because you're like, you know, looking down. I just feel like, rah, jaws.
Oh, man.
You know, so do you need the scissors?
No, I'm debating if I could get the bottom one, please.
Bottom one? I always do things that I'm terrified. Or when I went to Guadalajara, we stayed in Guadalajara for a week, and they took us to like the zoo and stuff like that. But there was actually like a zip lining thing.
Oh, nice.
And I'm scared of heights, and so I was like, you know what? Let's do it, you know, because I don't want to be like, oh, I wish I would have done it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I was like, screw it, and it was really high. I would say at least 10 stories.
Damn.
For me, that's high, and it was scary, but I was like, done, you know.
A lot of my best memories have been fuck it moments.
Yeah, you're like, oh, I did it.
Yeah.
Fuck it. So
me and my best friend Nay, every time we're together, there's like, should we do it? Should we not? And then we just look at each other and be like, fuck it. We just do it.
Let's do it.
Why not?
Yeah. I know. You just gotta.
I mean, you only live life once. YOLO.
Yeah. And it's true. It's so like, oh, cliche, or, you know, it sounds so whatever, but it's so true. Like, you blink and then you're 30, and you blink and you're almost 40.
Yeah, I'm gonna be
like
34 next month.
I know, and that's the thing. It's like in that moment you're like, oh well, you know, maybe next time or whatever. You don't know if there's gonna be a next time.
You never
just do it. Just do it. Life can change in an instant, and so it's just better to just be scared in that moment.
Yes,
you'll be fine, hopefully.
Yeah,
and just be like, boom.
Why not?
I did it. And so I don't know. That's kind of what I try to do from now on. And
what's your favorite place you've been to?
I've had so many cool moments, and I mean, my favorite place is probably Mexico, just because I'm always there. My family's there.
Yeah.
When I was little, I lived there for a year.
Something for here.
I feel at peace. And
oh, that's good. It's nice that you feel at peace.
Yeah, I feel like
you can breathe.
Yeah, like over here I'm stressed out. I feel stressed out most of the time or whatever the hell. And when I get there, I'm just like, oh, this is great. I love it. The smell. I know that sounds funny, but just there, just the smell. And then also I think it's just because my mom's there, you know? And then I feel like maybe once
She's attached to her mom.
I am very attached to my mom. And I mean, I love my family, all of them, you know, but it's just with my mom, it's different. She's like my best friend. I don't know. And so when I'm there, I'm just like, oh, I'm
Oh my God, imagine her watching this video and be like, man, no tiene otra hacer, amiga.
I know. Well, no, actually, it sounds funny because you're right. She would always be like, when she lived over here, I would always be there and like I would go there after work and stuff like that. And she's like, "Te deberías ir, vete con tus amigas, ¿para qué estás aquí metida? Like, why are you here? Go with your friends, you know?" And in San Jose, I didn't really have anybody to hang out with. It sounds really sad, but I didn't. I really didn't. And so just
She started
everybody
to get a life a year ago.
4 years ago. Yeah, like I just in high school I didn't really have people that I hung out with or kept in touch. Kept in touch, like close, you know. I do have a friend, her name's Crystal, like we work together. And yeah, we would like hang out and stuff like that, but not like how my friends here now, like we're together all the time. And we go out, and they're just
I know it's so
different
odd when
vibe.
she tells me it's like, oh, I'm gonna go with my friends. I'm just like, oh, that's nice.
Yeah,
that's
it's
amazing.
It's
I love
different,
that.
yeah.
But I've never really heard that growing up.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
I also think it has a lot to do with our upbringing. Like I didn't really truly have friends until late middle school, early high school, because you guys were my friends.
Yeah, and that's the thing. We've always been together, so we were our friends. Like,
Yeah.
That's very true. Now that you actually point that out, that is very true.
Because I didn't start knowing how to make friends or talking to people, and maybe that's why I don't really like
Very true, very true.
Because I didn't know about that until much later.
Yeah, yeah. And so it sounds funny, but actually you are correct. That could be it. And so, yeah, when I moved 4 years ago where I live now, it's like, wow, like I have friends.
Yeah.
And my mom's like, yes, go travel, do whatever the hell you want. And actually, I had a conversation with her because I'm going in July, and I always go for 2 weeks, and I try to go every 6 to 8 months. But now that we're gonna be going to Scotland next year, I'm like, Mom, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to go to Mexico. And she's like, what do you mean, sorry? No. Oh, sorry. Again. She's like, no. And yeah, she's like, no, what are you talking about? You can travel. Go do your, like, don't ever. So, yeah, of course. No. And go with your friends. And, you know, even if she was here, living over here, I think it would still be the same situation. I would probably make dates for her and, you know, take her places and travel places with her, but also hang out with my friends and do that, you know, balance. But I'm just finishing up, guys. We are almost done here.
Almost done. Can I see that bottom one?
The bottom one?
Yeah. You know what I've noticed? You always put our sticker somewhere, anywhere, and I'm always in the center. I just realized that.
Yeah. Yeah, I try to put it somewhere different every time. But yeah. There we go. I think they're beautiful. But yeah, like I've mentioned before, you guys can go in the comments and let us know where you guys have gone. What's your favorite place? Like where you guys wouldn't go. I also want to go. I love ghosts and things like that.
Oh, that's
and so you're like, you're going there by yourself.
Yeah.
But yeah,
for you outside. I'll have a coffee for you.
Yeah. Oh, I went to Vegas with I forgot about that. I went to Vegas with my mom and my aunt for my birthday one time. So much fun. Obviously, it was very different because, you know, we ain't going to like clubs and stuff like that, but we love gambling and we did that. And then I took them to Magic Mike. If you haven't gone, I recommend. But in Vegas, there's this show called Ghost Adventures with Zach Bagans, and I've been following him since he came out with the show in 2008. And he has his museum there, haunted museum.
Oh man.
And so I was like, I want to go and this and that, but my mom and my aunt were scared. And so we didn't go.
Oh man.
I was kind of bummed. But definitely next time I go to Vegas, I'm going to go. Definitely one of the places that I want to visit. It'd be so cool. So awesome.
Do it.
Yes. Okay, I think I'm done. I think maybe.
Better not leave a piece of glitter. No, I'm just kidding.
No, we're going to.
I'm kidding.
Vacuum. Yeah, there's a lot of glitter. I like I said the last time, glitter's a love-hate relationship.
Glitter's my favorite color.
Yeah, because oof, it just gets everywhere.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Let me see which one did you pick?
Travel opens my heart.
Oh, so cute. It does. Traveling's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. I think we're done.
Anything else before we sign off?
No, I think we had a
pretty good topic. Good
conversation. And yeah, we really would love to hear from you guys. Go in the comments and let us know where you guys have gone, places you love, places you would never go, and then we'll be posting some pictures on our Instagram, scrap.and.chat. And so we'll post pictures there of places we've gone, and that way you guys can follow along. And yeah, we'll show our pages right now.
Yeah, I'm recording some shit here.
Oh, that's from the last time?
Yeah. It's a mess.
It's okay. I think that one came out so cute too. Oh, yeah, that is a mess.
Yeah, it's okay. Okay, I'll figure that out later. Okay.
All right, go ahead and show yours.
Okay, so mine is, oh my god, so much glitter is going to fall out from the bottom. Watch. Oh, no. So mine.
That is so cute. I absolutely love it.
That's mine.
I love it. And then this one. See if glitter doesn't fall off again. This one's mine. So picture at the top, and then just stamps and little airplane. Yay! I think I actually really like this one.
Good. Oh, that's a lovely.
Yeah.
That's a lovely.
Lovely. Awesome, guys. I think that's it.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us on our adventure.
Our adventures.
My name is Gracia.
And I'm Cindy.
And we are Scrap and Chat.
I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.
Peace.
Awesome.
Awesome sauce.